Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and we're going to be talking today, this morning, whenever you're watching this, about the Canucks decision that they're trying to make with Roslovic or Filip Chytil. Let's get into this conversation. Whether you believe you want one or the other, let's have an honest conversation about these two players, because this is the conversation that Alvin and Rutherford are having regarding adding to this team. So we're going to talk about it, and I'm glad you're here. And of course, always, let's cheer this team on. Go Canucks, go! Let's hit the promo, and then we'll get into the combo and obviously your comments. So glad that you're here tonight, everyone. This is going to be the big question because the Canucks, we know, have been looking for that second line center. They felt the need to trade JT Miller away and didn't get much in return, but then got Filip Chytil. And I was very surprised that we got Chytil instead of Will Cooley off the Rangers. And we were like, why would you trade for a guy with this much injury history? Man, he's like one concussion away, is possibly missing, ending his career, missing time, ending his career. It's a real gamble, and they went for it because that's the deal they could only get with the New York Rangers. So Mancini, the first overall pick, and Chytil for JT Miller. And there was other pieces to that trade. I forget now. It was just so long ago. Do I still have it here? No, I don't. It's been too long. So took it down. So do they go and sign Roslovic or stay with who they have? Now, Rick Dhaliwal, Rick Dhaliwal literally tweeted this on July 23. So this was 1 day ago, everyone, 1 day ago. And I've been making videos over and over again about Roslovic. This is the guy I've been saying is the best UFA still available. So we got Dhaliwal Sports. So this is Rick Dhaliwal posted this. So all you people that are like, no, the Canucks aren't going for him. He literally posted this 1 day ago. For those asking, not sure where this goes, but the Canucks continue to talk with UFA, unrestricted free agent, Jack Roslovic, his camp. So this is who the Canucks are trying to land. Now, we know that there isn't a lot available. We've heard the different reports and rumors that Canucks wanted to go after Matt Duchene. He extended. We know that a guy like John Tavares would have been a great move, but we knew that John was probably going to re-sign with Toronto. That wasn't a realistic possibility. Garland possibly was on the radar, or not Garland, Granlund, my apologies. And then he signed for crazy amounts of money. But before that, they wanted Dvorak. And he ends up signing a 1-year deal for $5 million. And the Canucks like, it's just too expensive for us. So here we are, not with a lot of options, and they're wanting to improve the second line center. And many people are like, and I've said this too, I think Roslovic is a really good third line center and a decent second line center. The thing about what Roslovic has is he's the right-handed centerman. And that is something that we really like, especially a guy like Lindholm played really well. They wanted that advantage. So when it comes to Roslovic and Filip Chytil, I'm going to do a comparison, and that's why the logo went and did look like So it's versus, right? It's like, which one would you rather have? If we get Roslovic, it's going to be both of them. The answer is going to be both of them. So the question is, do they sign Roslovic or just stay with Filip Chytil? And there's nothing wrong with staying with Filip Chytil in the way that if he's healthy, he'll be decent. Now, the argument for Roslovic is the same argument for Chytil. In my opinion, Chytil is a third-line center with second-line potential, but not full-time potential. This is what's the interesting piece to it. This is what's the interesting piece. And so I do want to bring up their different stats, okay? And then but I do want to show you their thing. So their comparison. But Roslovic is he's 6'1", just under 200 pounds, like literally a pound or two under there. He's 28 years old. Okay, 28 years old. And then when I look up Filip Chytil, right? So in comparison, he is only 25 years old from the Czech Republic, but he's 6'2", 210 pounds. Now he's got the injury history, right? He's got the injury history. So we're gonna dive into it, but before we do, I do want to show you something that's we'll just dive into this right away. We'll dive into it right away. As we bring this up, you'll see it here very clearly. Okay, this is the head-to-head overall stats. So Roslovic has played way more games, of course, because he's older. Way more goals, way more career goals, that is, way more points. But minus 18 for Chytil, minus 37 for Roslovic. The penalty minutes, Chytil's got way more penalty minutes and way less years. But when it comes to power play points, this is the interesting one, right? Roslovic has played on the power play a little bit more, got more shorthanded goals. That's actually something interesting. He can play on the penalty kill, but also has 13 game-winning goals. I'm sure Chytil would be at the same if they played the same amount of games. Chytil shoots, obviously, the puck a lot more with the less amount of games. So what is PS? Percentage? Shooting percentage? What's PS? I don't know. Whatever that is. I'm not sure what that is. But like, this is the overall stats, right? So what did they have? Can't they just do I wish they did a head-to-head of just like this season, right? You've got this, but it's game by game, and by going through it, it's going to be like extremely painful. But here, the regular season, like Jack played more points, but where is this from? Skater totals, regular season, 9 games played. We know that they played more than that. Okay, so that's not working. So we're going to stop sharing that. We're going to go to Jack because he had 39 points in 81 games. That's not great, everyone. That's not great. But in 56 games, Chytil had 26 points, 13 goals, 13 assists. So that's one of the pieces to this that's a little concerning. Is Roslovic the answer in Vancouver? And I know a lot of you are like, no, he's not. He doesn't move the needle. He's not. He doesn't. But what he does do is he adds depth. And it all comes down to this one thing. How much does he cost? If we're talking about a Lankinen contract of about $875,000, it's no brainer. The Canucks should sign him. And sign him today. They have $3.2 million in current cap room space right now, which is great. But in saying that, how much? Like, are you going to pay him Sherwood money, $1.5 million? Are you going to pay him Höglander money, $3 million, and then you have no room to wiggle to make a deal? I don't think that's a good idea. Why hasn't anyone picked up Jack yet? That's a good question to ask. So what would you want us to do, everyone. Now, it all comes down to the cost. All comes down to where they think he's going to play. But having Pettersson, Roslovic, and Chytil down the middle sounds a little bit, well, with Bluger or Ratu on the fourth line, sounds a little better, doesn't it? Than Pettersson, Chytil, Bluger, and Ratu. Right? So those are some things like this. We're at the stage where there's nothing available. The guys we wanted are gone. Dvorak went signed with someone else. Granlund went somewhere else. Duchesne stayed in Dallas. And here we are. Now, everyone wants to say, go get Mason McTavish. It's like, listen, I've been telling you all for weeks now. We're not getting Mason McTavish. If we get Mason McTavish, I will be shocked. First of all, I don't think Anaheim's going to move him. Second of all, I don't think the Canucks have enough compared to other teams to land him. That is what I believe, unless they completely overpay, which I'm not a big fan of. But I would love to have Mason McTavish on our team. But how much is he going to cost? And that's the big thing. So that's why the Canucks have shifted to Roslovic. And I think that that's actually a decent idea. So when you're looking at this roster, and again, let's just quickly share this. We just showed this the other night. But this team right now looks like this. Does Roslovic help them? I would say yes. Does he move the needle? Probably not. I'm really looking forward to seeing your comments today. I do want to just quickly look at Chytil's numbers. Let's go to Chytil's numbers. So I got to stop sharing this and go here and share screen. Chytil. Okay, so here's Chytil's numbers. So you look at Chytil with the New York Rangers here. Not humongous production. In Vancouver, 15 games, 6 points. That's it. That's all we had. Okay? So this isn't great. But so he played 16 minutes and 42 seconds a night in Vancouver in those 15 games. Played significant minutes, everyone. Face-off wins. Percentage 49.7. Now let's switch over to Jack, okay? And let's bring up his stuff because this is interesting as well. Jack is here, and we're going to scroll down. And Carolina, he played 13 minutes and 49 seconds. With Rangers, he played 13 minutes and 27 seconds. And with Columbus, he played 16 minutes and 33 seconds. His face-off percentage has gone up in the last 3 years, 41.9, 47.6, and 54.1. 54.1. 81 games, 39 points, 22 goals. Just not the greatest. Let's just be honest. Neither one of these guys have played great. This is not the guy that you want to be your number one center. But if Pettersson goes down, I mean, what do we have to walk there? I don't know. You have to plan for the worst and hope for the best, right? So let's dive into your comments. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Alfred's the first person here, as well as Shane. Good to see you guys here. Alfred says, put Chytil as the third line center and sign Roslovic to a steal of a contract if we get lucky. But I'm still not solely convinced Roslovic is the solution to our second line center. I don't think the Canucks think that either, but they're thinking that he might still add and give us depth. Kellum does not like him at all, unless you can get him on $1 million. Glad you have a job contract, preferably with some cap retained. You can't retain camp. It's literally a signing. It's a UFC signing. We're not trading for him. So it's just full salary, and I'm thinking anything between 1.5 million or less. Sign the guy. Sign the guy. Japan Force says, "What's up, everyone? I really hope Roslovic is not the answer. We need a legit second line center, right?" Callum, again, bringing up, and I get it. I knew a lot of people would bring this up. Go deep on McTavish, or what about picking up one of the recent? Oh, dude, I don't really want to go there. Yeah, I don't really want to go there. We'll see what happens with those guys in regards to the NHL, but yikes. Yeah, so Dreamer wants us to stay with Chytil. Unless he's, Rat says, unless he's on the cheap deal as insurance for Chytil, I don't see the point. That's fair. Kevin says Roslovic may be a part of a three-way trade with, let's say, Ducks. He's not a trade, guys. This is the point. He's a UFA. He's literally able to sign with anyone. So you don't need to trade him, but you want to trade for, like, maybe now Chytil gets moved to the Ducks, are you thinking? Or are you thinking, like, why would they want Roslovic when they could just go get him right now? I don't know kind of the logic there, Kevin. So let me know in the comments. Rome, good to see you. It's been a minute. The Canucks can't expect Chytil to stay healthy for a whole season. They have to have a plan B. And let's be honest, Roslovic is plan E. It's plan E, everyone. They already had other plans. They wanted to get Rossi. They tried to make a deal with that. They wanted Matt Duchene. Didn't work out there. They wanted Dvorak, possibly Granlund. So now we're on number 5 option, and that is Roslovic. So, Murray, good to see you all the way from New Zealand. Glad to have you here. Okay. Dreamer, saw someone had photoshopped a player on the Canucks roster and posted it, but can't remember who it was, Rossi or McTavish or Roslovic. I didn't see that one. So, it was McTavish. That was the one. Yeah. They had posted on. Yeah. Okay. I did see that one. I was thinking that's a pipe dream as well. So, yeah. Onwards and Upwards is here and says, I love New Zealand. Kia ora, mate. Whatever that means. Japan for is Chytil even worth a 4th round pick? That's a great question. He makes good money, doesn't he? If we go to Puckpedia and just quickly, I think he makes $5 million though. So I can't see teams. 4.437 is basically his one for the next 2 years. 25-year-old centerman, guys. That's what we're talking about here. Do you think a 3-way trade between the Canucks, Ducks, and another team could be something with potential of a move for McTavish to Vancouver? I don't know why you'd add a third team. Just trade with the Ducks straight up, 1-for-1. Get her done. Anytime you start adding teams, it gets more complicated. People want more stuff. And then they could also backfire and go behind your back. Yeah, I don't think that's possible, but I mean, it would be awesome. It would create good content. Depends what the Canucks have to give up to get McTavish. I agree. I just think it's going to be a lot, and I mean a lot. Kevin says, I think Ratu needs more ice time than Roslovic. That's fair. That's really fair. Chytil is working out one-legged, 250-pound leg crunches. Yeah, I keep hearing about that. I haven't seen it. Is PD even close? Guy is a maniac. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. That's awesome about Chytil, though, right? Steven says, Cam Robinson on X. Sounds like Roslovic camp is looking for a 2 or 3 year deal at just over $3 million per. There are a few teams interested, but Vancouver seems to be the most consistent. Wow. If we pay him $3 million, which I get he wants that. Okay, there's nothing wrong with him wanting that. I just wouldn't. You just killed your cap flexibility. So we'll see. We'll see. I think Roslovic is a roster spot that could be filled from Sasson, Ratu, Karlsson. If we don't use Karlsson, we lose him. He would have to pass through waivers. That's fair. Callum says, trade a package with a protected first, DPD, and everyone else get McTavish. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that, but maybe someone would be. Russell from Nothing Is Perfect. What's up? What's up is it's summer. It's summer, and we're talking about Roslovic versus Chytil. Which one would you rather have as our number 2 center? That's what's up. So Kelly says Roslovic as a rental for a year sounds good to me. I like that too. For a year. Carol, good to see you. Welcome. Soul Search is in the building. Good to see you as well. Why don't they just put Kane in at center half as he has 52% at faceoffs? Well, Murray, it's the same argument as Joshua. Everyone kept saying, why don't you just play him at center? Like, why wouldn't they just play him at center? Makes no sense, right? Makes no sense at all why they wouldn't just go do that. So, because the reason why is he's not a center. Kane's not a center. Joshua's not a center. They're the fill-in guys. When someone gets kicked out of the rank or the face-off circle, this main center, then Joshua and Kane have been the guys who've gone in there for different teams. So that's why. That's why. Canucks forecast says put Ratu at second line center. Let the former projected 10A shine. 10A? What does that mean? 10A? 10A? Shine? Oh, 10. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what did he end up getting drafted anyways? That's a good question to ask. What did Ratu? Wasn't he a high pick? Ratu went second round, 52nd overall to the New York Islanders. So yeah. I mean, the Ratu option is possible, like really possible. If Chytil is not healthy to play, what are they going to do? I can see them putting Ratu there if they don't get Roslovic. Would you trade 2 first-round picks and a 4th plus Lekkerimäki if they took $2.5 million in dead cap for McTavish or McCann? It would have to be protected, first of all. I know everyone's in love with McTavish. I have such a hard time with these ones because I just don't think he's coming. I understand we get desperate. It's like when Rossi was the one, or whoever, and it's like we just get so overly obsessed. And I feel like the obsession over McTavish is just through the roof. So that's another reason why it's like it's hard to make content right now because that's all people want to talk about is McTavish. And I get it. Like he's the sexy name, right? He's got the potential to be a good second line center in the NHL. But McCann, I wouldn't do that for McCann. McTavish, I'd consider it, but it would have to be protected. Because if something goes sideways in the McKenna, I just don't see it. That's pricey. Signing Jack just gives you 2 third-line centers, but you can play the one who's hot on the second line. Yep, David, you're totally right on that, I think. C-Map says some outside of the box thinking. Let's see what one of the younger players in Ratu or Karlsson or in an offensive role. I mean, we've been talking about that for a while. If you look at this is the video I made a while. I said the answer is absurd. I think that's what they're literally going to do, C-Map. Is they're going to bring up these young guys, and we know that it all depends on our health, and that's why I made this video called Health is Wealth. So whether Pettersson, Chytil, and Demko can stay healthy is absolutely crucial. So good comment. I'm with you. I think that's what they're going to have to do. I think Roslovic, though, by them being in conversation, they say that's the absurd option isn't their most ideal option. So yeah, let's think about that. Get Byram, put Hughes on second line center. That's awesome. Hey, Canucks forecast, $1 donation. Thank you. I probably get 50 cents of that, maybe 45. Don't know hype. Woo! But thank you for the donation for sure. Ratu is the second line center. He was a former projected 10th 10A. Give him a chance to perform. I mean, but he was a second round pick, 52nd overall. So I'm not really sure what that means. So I mean, if you look at his numbers, it's just not good. But he needs a chance. You're right. He needs a chance. I think I want to run with Chytil because I worry Roslovic will be too expensive. I'm with you on that. Again, comes down to price. Steven, Roslovic's last 2 contracts were 2.8 times 1 year and 4 times 2 years. Yeah, I get why he wants 3, but you know what? The market has dried up, so get what you can or don't play. How about trading Hronek? Would give us the money we need. I mean, depends on what you get in return, for sure. Am I understanding the Canucks need to trade? The Canucks need to trade. Well, they don't need to trade, but they're looking. No, the Canucks did not make a trade. No. Callum says, so you don't think that Aquilini won't kick the tires on 1 or 2 allegedly available young centers? Second chances are important. I don't know what he's going to do with that. A lot of people don't want to go with the drama and the noise. So I'm not sure. Angela wants us to flip Chytil for another center. I mean, who wants him, right? With all that injury history, who wants that? Can Ratu be a second line center? I think he can. But I don't know if he can for a full season. I don't know. Is he the option? Maybe you guys are right. Maybe Ratu is the actual option there. Yeah, they want 2 to 3 years. Yeah. Oh man, winter is cold. Yeah, it's cold in New Zealand there for you. Right now it is very hot in Canada. Dan says Chytil is more skilled until he can't play. Good point. Ratu could become second line center, but it'll take a few years. I mean, we might not have the time. Here's the other thing. If we just roll with Chytil and say, and Chytil gets hurt, I can see the Canucks going back around to Roslovic and say, okay, we'll give you the $3 million for 2 to 3 years. And then that's who we're running with. Dell, is Grogu happy about the Canucks look next season? I don't know. I don't think Dell's in here. Is he? Canucks forecast, a fully healthy Chytil gets 60 plus points consistently. Is that true? No, 56 games. Okay, so he played 74 in 22-23, and he only had 45 points. And then his first full season was 75 games, only 23 points. With the New York Rangers and the Canucks, he played 56 games, only had 26 points. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe with the extra ice time, possibly. I wouldn't say consistently. We started the season what we got. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Ratu is a second rounder for sure. Tyler's here from the line change. Good to see you. Ratu was once projected as a first overall in his draft counts. Okay, yeah. I heard that, but he didn't end up doing that. Phoenix, honestly, I don't want to touch this. It's so controversial. It's so controversial. Yeah, let's just leave it there. Kevin, for McTavish, you'll need money, contract going out, about $4 million more cap space. Yeah. Would, if rumored Canucks trade for number 2 center in Boston's Pavel Zacha, I think Zacha as well is a free agent. If that doesn't, so NHL free agents 2025. We're gonna do players right now. Now, is he still available? Let's see. Can we get to centers? Yeah. Nope, he's not available. So where is he playing right now? Where is he playing? Zacha. Pavel Zacha. He's with the Boston Bruins right now. Are we right about that? Did he resign there? Let's go see Boston's. What is going on with Zacha? Let's find out. Pavel Zacha, $4.75 million, 28-year-old guy. If memory serves me correctly, let's just see. I believe he is the first line center. No, they've moved Lindholm there on this list. We'll get that up here. I'll show you. So this is what it looks like now. Okay. Lindholm is the number 1 center. Middlestat is the number 2. Zacha is now on the wing. Interesting. Is this a playoff team? Let's see, our boy Zadorov, top 4 defenseman, making good money. Yeah, anyways, it is what it is. But they could trade for him. Chytil, Mancini, 2026 first protected and 2026 second for McTavish. I could see them doing that. I don't know if I can't see the Ducks doing that. Kelly says, trade Höglander and a 4th round pick for Utah Mammoths, Alexander Kerfoot. Oh yeah, you sent me this. Kerfoot, if he's tradable. Let's go look at that. That's a great option. So we're gonna go to the Mammoth. Let's go to the Mammoth. Let's see where does Kerfoot play right now? So he's a 3rd line winger at this stage. A 3rd line winger. Yikes. No, I don't love it. I'm not loving it. They have so much cap space. So Kerfoot is a center left wing, 30 years old, $3 million for this season. Not bad. I think McCann is the guy we want more than that. So, but is he? McCann is on Seattle. Let's go to Seattle. First of all, I'll go here, go to Seattle. Oops, I went the wrong way. So he's on the 2nd line. Yeah, that's pretty good. It depends on how much he costs, right? Because McCann's 29, $5 million contract. We'd have to move money out to even make that deal work. Ugh. That's tough. I mean, it's worth looking at, right? It's worth looking at. Ferland, Barchi, next Chytil. Oh, Angelo. Does kind of seem like the Canucks are going into next season with the second line as a 2A line and a 2B line. Yeah, so going into next year, it does for sure. Like this lineup for Vancouver, definitely 2A, 2B. Like, or is it actually maybe the real conversation, nothing is perfect, Russell, is it's actually 3A and 3B. You know, if we're honest. I know that one hurts a little bit when I say that, just so you know. Steven, hey, Trev, I don't remember if I asked you this already. Do you think Cole Sillinger from the Columbus Blue Jackets is worth pursuing? As I think we've talked about this already. I just remember looking him up. Cole Sillinger, yeah, he's on the third line in Columbus. I just think that's bad news. That's bad news. That can't be good. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Columbus here. By the way, I forgot to bring this up to show you that he's on the third line. He's right there. He's on the third line, everyone. Crazy. Okay, so just go to Columbus. I want to see his cost. Sillinger again. And it is $2.25 million, 22-year-old. You know what? Maybe he is the answer. Maybe he is the answer. I want to see what he got for points in games last year. Stats. First year he got paid good money. 66 games, 33 points. Yeah, I mean, maybe this is the answer, Steven. I like this. I like that a lot. Yeah, I don't think the Ducks will trade for that trade offer, but it's a good trade offer for Vancouver, I think. Callum, some new center options may open up later in desperation before training camp starts. True. Kevin says Ratu was projected first overall, but then had an injury in this draft year. Oh, first overall. Okay. First, what? Ratu was projected first overall. That's insane. CMAP, a trade for Rossi is out. Yep, totally out. But if Minnesota doesn't want him, would an offer sheet be an option? That is an option. Definitely an option. You would have to probably offer him a first, a second, and a third to do offer sheet. Could swap out Mancini for Vilander, but I doubt he gets moved. Yeah. I would hate to give up Vilander too. Minnesota would likely match the offer sheet. That's actually a really good point. We could make an offer and then they just say, well, we'll pay it. Unless it was 7 times 7. Beer Baron says, I like Chytil, but we were fools to take him for Miller. We were in a jam. Wayne says, I want to go into the season with Chytil and worry about an upgrade in season. I'm worried about them trading away quality prospects. That's great. That's a great point, Wayne. Really great point. But with Vilander in that package, I think the Ducks would trade McTavish. Wow. Chytil's great until he isn't. And just like everyone else in contact sport, yep. Lots of people have talked about Kuznetsov, very old player. Very, very old player. Why isn't he on the free agency list? Would they have to trade to get him rights? Fine, Chase. I do think Vilander would get it done, but might be too high of a price unless McTavish signs long term. Good point. Rat says I'd rather go into the next season without making a move than them trading the farm for or signing Roslovic for term. Callum, Kuznetsov for $1 million times 1 year. That's a possibility too. What's his health look like? Canucks forecast says Höglander and a 26th second year. Oh yeah, they keep talking about this. And trade Mignot, Chytil, and a third for Dawson Mercer. Those are 2 trades. I like what you're thinking there. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one a little more. Kuznetsov might be okay with getting paid with the low one. Okay. Sorry, my phone's just buzzing off the hook here. So just making sure. Remember the last time my phone was buzzing off the hook? I had forgotten to turn on my mic. So Kuznetsov doesn't move the needle for me. Nope. Not for me either. But David Shaw, unless management has something up their sleeve outside the rumor mill, please just start the season. I think we will all keep forgetting it that if EP40 doesn't bounce back, no trade will make a difference. I agree. Also, management is talking. They're talking to Roslovic, so their camp. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm not crazy about Kuznetsov game at this stage of his career. Shouldn't we just look at New York or Pittsburgh? That's who we really usually trade with. That's true. I think we've exhausted all resources there. I wish I could read Alvin and Rutherford's minds right about now. Yeah, that would be interesting for sure, Callum. Steven says, remember when we had Pettersson, Miller, and Lindholm down the middle? It almost made it to the conference finals. Now Chytil has to replace Miller and Ratu has to replace Lindholm. I know, it's not ideal. Not ideal. Alex Tuch at the deadline and re-sign him before July 1st. A lot of people have mentioned Tuch too. So, yeah, Kerfoot does have top six experience, but not much when he was in Toronto. But, yeah, he's mainly a third line guy. Sensei Dean, good to see you. I should have poll on who people like between Vilander, DP, Leckermacki, Bluger, Sasson, and Ratu. Yeah, but they're different positions, so I don't know how you get that one. Jack, good to see you. Yeah, autocorrect sucks sometimes. What's your opinions? What's your take on the McTavish stuff? I think I do not think Vancouver's getting him. I do not think Canuck fans would be happy if we traded the farm, like literally so much for him. I don't think he's on the radar from the Ducks are not interested in trading him to Vancouver. I do not think he's coming. That's my. I know I keep sounding like this negative Nelly, but there's no reports that the Vancouver Canucks and the Ducks are in trade conversation. Everyone, there's not one. All it is rumors. There's people like us making rumors. People making graphics. That's all it is. We're not getting McTavish, in my opinion. But if we do, I'd be shocked. Don't mind trading picks, Sensei Dean says, but hate trading guys that haven't quite had a chance to blossom if they have the skills. Yeah, that's fair. Unplugged is here. Michael McLeod might be a good option. He's a big 6'2" center, former 12th overall New Jersey Devil, face-off specialist, and he's available currently in the KHL. There you go. That's thinking out of the box right there. It's going to cost a lot for the Canucks to get McTavish. I agree. Yep. It's been a while. Been watching the Jays. Do we do anything yet? Probably not. Nope, we haven't. How's my face-off percentage? Well, my face-off percentage is fine. It's my skating's terrible, like literally terrible. And my size is good. My conditioning's awful. And I have a pretty good wrist shot. Sometimes the slap shot goes pretty good too, but I need to work on it. So can't skate backwards. Other than that, I'm ready to go. Yeah, it's silly season. I mean, what's there to talk about, right? So Jack says, guess that's why he's in the KHL. Yeah. You'll fit in fine with the Canucks then. True. Oh, yeah, nothing like a good laugh. Yeah, so that's where we're at, honestly. Oh, by the way, everyone, I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing my Kempner Canucks hat. If you want one of those, or we've got tons here. I've got tons of black ones, and I do still have the white one available. Where's the white one? Right here. If you're interested, everyone, let me just bring up the banner. If you're interested in a Kempner Canucks hat, black one or white one, these are the ones I got left. The banner is right here. Email me at kempnercanucks@gmail.com, and I'd love to get you the information on it. Absolutely. Love to get you the information on it. So, yeah, these are slick, though. Like this logo turned out so good. It was so great. So let me know. No pressure at all. Just have a couple hats left. And so let me know if you're interested. Let's see if there's any more. Linster says, I would rather have Rossi than Roslovic. I agree. The Canucks definitely would agree with that. Rossi than Roslovic and McTavish. Really, you'd rather Rossi than both of them. Okay, but we will probably get Roslovic. Yeah. That's it. Hire Uncle RevTrev as the second line center. I'd be awful. Out of all of them, out of all of them. Okay. Would you like Rempe? He's on the fourth line of the Rangers, which is crazy to me. I would love Rempe on this team. Our fans would love him too. When I said surprising me with the cap, I didn't mean send a pink cap. I didn't send you a pink cap. I'm reading your email right now just to make you got me second guessing now. Where is your email? Here we are. Okay. It's not on here. Anyways, I'm feeling a little confused. Oh, thanks so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, the love, the time you guys spend. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, that's good. Thank you. But thanks so much. I work really hard at these. So I think I'm going to make a little bit more short form content in the next week. Probably won't be doing many of these. I'm also still waiting for my HKY mystery hockey jersey that's coming in the mail. It's almost here. I'm looking forward to it. Pumped, absolutely pumped to do that reveal, this mystery jersey. I have no idea which one's coming. And if you haven't watched that video, I think do I have that one at least up here? No, I don't. Oh, let's see if I got it. Let's go see if I have it. Nope. Oh, I do have it on here. I've got to have it on here. It's this one. This one right here. This is the next long version content. If it comes tomorrow, I am going to make it. Again, I got to take down all these banners and stuff. Okay. So I got a code for these. I'm going to get one of these 6 options. It's coming soon. So make sure you're subscribed, hitting the notification bell so you see this video and to see what I get. It's going to be lit. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. So it's going to be happening soon. I've been waiting a while, but looking forward to seeing what I get. Anyways, I'm calling it a night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful evening. Appreciate you. Again, last time, if you want one of these Kempner Canucks hats, email me at kempnercanucks@gmail.com. But appreciate you. Hope you have a fantastic evening. Now, well, I mean, it's not much left of the evening. Less it's late night now. And we'll talk soon. We'll see what happens with Roslovic and with Chytil. Go Canucks, go.